What is up, Ninja Nation? Welcome back to Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. Before I get into those pitches, make sure to hit subscribe. We are on the road to 100,000 strong. Be a part of the best pitching community on YouTube. Hit subscribe. And without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. We're going to start out with Josiah Gray, who really had his curveball working. He had 8 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings, and looking at this overlay, you can see why. It's his fastball and curveball paired up. Or it could just be his Pitching Ninja t-shirt. Ageless Adam Wainwright was also dominant. Check out these beautiful curveballs. He does have one of the prettiest curveballs in baseball. Alex Cobb had his filthy splitter working. These things just dive into the dirt. My man Edwin Diaz, look at this painting with flames, 99 miles an hour on the black. Pitching Ninja t-shirts can do this to you. Josh Hader was filthy as always. And look at this overlay with his slider and fastball, and you can see what makes him so hard to hit. That slider starts outside the fastball and then just keeps on going.
Slider got him looking, ball game over.
Ronnie Garcia won my most overmatched at-bat last year for his at-bat against Corbin Burnes, and he may win a Pitching Ninja award this year too, for the shortest pitch. Check this out. I don't think that one's got the distance. Yikes. I usually talk about how pitchers are athletes. Here isn't an example of that. Ouch. Tyler Rogers made an appearance, and look at this front door slider from a home plate view. You can see why as a hitter you'd give up on it. It's thrown basically behind your front hip and ends up in the strike zone. Insane. And here's a look at Tyler Rogers' mechanics. He basically scrapes the ground with his hand when he throws. It's amazing. Now on to the aces are gonna ace part of the show. Max Scherzer was dominant. He had 10 Ks in 7 innings, giving up only 1 hit. Of course, he had his usual fastball and slider working, but it was his changeup that really stood out to me. I mean, look at these things. This one ran 20 inches arm side. Of all the starting pitchers in baseball, Max has one of the best changeups around. The other thing I love about Max is how relentless he attacks hitters. I mean, look at him here, catches a ball and basically backpedals back onto the rubber, ready to go. I love it. Don't give him a chance to breathe. Speaking of aces, Corbin Burnes was in action, and he was dominant. He threw backdoor cutters, elevated cutters, diving cutters. He is undoubtedly one of the best pitchers in baseball and one of the most fun guys to watch. But check out this overlay of his cutter and changeup. I mean, what are you going to do with this? They're in the exact same spot and end up going in totally different directions. This is one reason why Corbin Burnes told me he was working on his changeup in the offseason. Just what the Cy Young Award winner needed. More tools.
So the changeup is a pitch I have worked on a lot this offseason. That's about all I'll give you as far as how much I'm going to throw it.
Last and certainly not least, Max Fried was absolutely dominant last night. And it wasn't just his usual fastball, curveball, slider combo, but check out these sinkers to Freddie Freeman. Those are unhittable. I mean, the second one is right in Freeman's dead zone of his swing. But the thing that stood out to me about Max Fried were his changeups. Look at these changeups run arm side. And here's an overlay of his changeup and fastball. You can see what makes that really tough on hitters. Speaking of filth, I love these sliders from Tyler Matzek to Cody Bellinger. Can I help you with the menu, Cody? No, thank you, Mr. Nutsack. I'm just looking at the White Castle special. But the filthiest pitch of the day was this from Wellington Diaz, a Yankees prospect. I mean, what are you going to do with this pitch? It's a freaking UFO. And thanks to those minor league cameras, it kind of looks like old UFO footage. I mean, look, it's all grainy and stuff, but you can still tell how filthy that pitch is. I don't know what minor leaguers are supposed to do with that. And now, my Pitching Ninja moment of zen. Check this out. It is bottle cap baseball. And look at the way these things move. I decided to put a tail on them so you can see the movement. How in the world are you supposed to hit this stuff? I don't even know how in the world you're supposed to catch it.